Hey everybody, welcome to etrailer.com. I'm Bobby, and today we're taking a look at the Kuat NV 2.0 here on our 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Now guys, this is going to be an awesome, stylish way of getting your bikes to your destination. Not only is it going to look good though, it's going to deliver well for your bikes and make sure we're getting there in a nice, secure manner. Now right out of the gate, you're going to see we do have that front tire hold. That's going to be excellent for a host of our different bikes. Right out of the gate, it's going to go ahead and let you use that carbon frame bike with no trouble, as we're not having any frame contact, so we're not degrading or warping that frame. And of course too, it's going to eliminate any of those issues you might have if you have a bit of an irregular bike, whether it be step through, women's bikes, kids bikes. Anything on here is going to be okay as long as we have that front wheel. Now of course, if you do have any fenders, I'm not going to be able to utilize those on those guys. So that's going to be your one caveat. Otherwise, I think we're going to have a great job of throwing our bikes up on here, because we do have a 60-pound capacity rating per bike, which means we're going to have an excellent time of getting almost any bike we need up on here. That even puts you up in those heavy e-bike ranges. Of course, make sure you're removing that battery coupling. Don't want that adding any extra weight or coming undone and causing any damage. But with that aside, I think we're going to have an excellent time of getting almost anything we need up on here. Now, we spoke to the style, of course, and hopefully you guys have been seeing it, just how stylish the gunmetal gray is here today. Now, if the color isn't quite to your liking, it does come in metallic black as well for the Kuat NV. However, there also is the Kuat NV base that comes in a matte black. Now, that guy's just going to be a little bit different than this platform, as it's not going to have this repair stand, but we'll break that down later in the video. But of course, you can go ahead and get the color that suits you the most. Of course, you do have that nice little copper orange accents throughout it as well. Now that ratcheting arm system works well too. Just goes right down to that front arm. Won't be moving up unless we want it to, and it can be easily put to the side. Now, one thing I do like about this too, this back cradle here for your tire can also completely shift down this entire length of the platform, making it really easy to fit shorter and longer bikes on here with no trouble at all. Now that plastic stripping itself does have a little bit of a matte plastic on the inside, or matting I should say, not matte, matting right there. That's just going to go ahead, make sure we don't have any friction building up on our tire rims, causing any damage. And you are seeing a locking core and cable right here on the side of your platform. So you're actually going to have one on either end of your platform, allowing you to secure each individual bike to your carrier, making sure they stay there when you leave it unattended, which is great. And I think that cable system works really well. And it also is a key-to-like to itself, would be also to our hitch lock that will also break down later in the video. One thing I like about these arms too, guys, it's going to have a good natural resistance, and that's going to be excellent for when we actually go to fold this guy up. Talking about folding though, one awesome thing about this guy as well, it allows us to tilt this away from our vehicle even while our bikes are on here. To do so, we just come right up to this handy little lever right here in the middle, pull it down and allow the whole carrier to tilt towards the ground. And that's going to allow us to come up to our hatch, pop that guy like so, and now I can get my bike helmets, my coolers, anything that I might have in the back here. Allows me a quick little changing point too, to go ahead, put the shoes on, or just relax in the back of here. And one thing that I love about it, it is on that platform style. Our bikes are hanging on here, so we can even do that while we're at the gas station, right? If we need that quick access, add that ice, add anything, or grab anything, we don't actually have to take our bikes off, much like we would on a lot of hanging style, or some of your less premium platform style tray style carriers. So love to see that we actually can do that, and to walk it up is really easy. We just support it, that clip clicks itself in place. There's no pins or clips we have to worry about. It's just ready to go, and we go ahead and take off, which I love to see. Well, it's not going to take too much time to get the bike off. I'm just going to simply undo my back strip here, get that strip sent out to the side, and then come to our last point of contact, which is going to be that front tire hold. We're going to press on that lever, allow that to walk up, out to the side, grab our bike, and walk it off. And already we are ready to ride. So mounting it becomes just as easy. The only thing to watch out for is your strip can be a little bit of the way on the other side here. That becomes really easy though, just to loop your tire underneath it, catch it, and start setting it in place. Definitely doesn't take up too much time. to actually get that in position. Now, one thing we do want to keep in mind though here is going to be our clearance in this position, as when we do have bikes on it, we make sure we are getting there safe and sound. To go ahead and check that, from the ground to the very end of our repair stand here at the very bottom is going to be putting us at 21.5 inches there, guys, with almost 2 feet of clearance. With us not being too terribly far from that rear axle, I think we are in a very good position here. That is thanks to that nice little rise in our carrier itself, and that way we don't have any contact with the ground while our bikes are on our carrier. Just keep in mind, as those front wheels go up, the back will go down. So just keep that in mind as we are doing our driving. Well, another important to mention though is going to be our length of our carrier. Now, the Jeep Grand Cherokee, not the longest, not the shortest vehicle out there. So let's see exactly what we're working with. From the rear of our bumper here today to the very end of our carrier is going to be putting us at 30 3/4 of an inch to the very end of our carrier. Definitely not going to be the longest that I've seen out there of the platform styles. We can go ahead and actually quickly shorten that down. We're going to come right back up to that handy dandy lever we were utilizing earlier. Press that in, and instead of tilting down, we're going to walk it right up into place, and that's going to go ahead, click in. Not going to have too much play in this position either, which I love to see, and you guys are really seeing that arm come in effect. So you can see it takes me quite a lot of force to actually get that guy to move out, and that's with me directly applying it. So if we're shaking and moving, we're not going to have to worry about this making contact with our vehicle anytime soon. Just to give us an idea though, from the inside to the inside here, looks like it's going to be about 3 inches there to that closest part of our arm. And from the bumper to the very end of our carrier now, guys, is going to be putting us right at 14 inches to the very end of our anti-rattle device. So really shaving down a lot of that space. I don't think we're going to have too much trouble getting this in the garage, or at the very least give us a lot more maneuverability to get this parked wherever we might be. Well, another important clearance is going to be in this position. Now again, we are sitting very close to our hitch and our axle, so I'm not going to be too worried here. And with exactly 12 inches there from the ground, I think we're going to be in a very good spot at preventing any kind of contact with our carrier. But if you have a very steep incline, just keep what we said earlier in mind and be conscious as we are driving. Moving our way to the inside though, you'll see we have that 2-inch shank, allowing ourselves to utilize that 2-inch receiver. And on the inside, we just have a simple little alignment pin and that locking core we talked about earlier. Keep in mind, again, that will be keyed alike to those locking cores and cable locks on each side of our platform. And that does bring us to our anti-rattle device. Now, I really like these guys. A lot of time, what's pretty standard across the carrier industry is seeing those threaded anti-rattle hitch bolts. Now, those guys are great. They do a good job of bringing it online. However, you need to have a ratchet with you. You're getting underneath. It's kind of hard to get between your carrier and your car. This way, we can go ahead, start tightening that cam on the inside of our shank, bringing that in line to our receiver. And as you guys are going to see, as I shake this, it shakes the entire vehicle. That means it's all in line with one system, making for a nicer, smoother ride for ourselves as we drive, our bike rack, and especially our bikes, so that we don't have any issues. And one last little thing with that anti-rattle as well, you are seeing a little insert available for your Allen wrench. That's going to go ahead, allow you to really tighten this down, which is going to be great for those long car rides. We don't want to have to check it every 50 miles. We can go ahead and be secure in the knowledge it's going to be nice and secure for our bikes for the road ahead. And one last little feature here today on the Kuat NV, guys, we are going to have a nice little repair stand here. So as we mentioned earlier, the Kuat base actually does not have this. And so if it's something you don't need, you definitely do have that option. However, it can be a nice little pickup for ourselves. That's going to go ahead and allow ourselves to set our bike in there and go ahead, collapse it down. And that way we can do a quick little repair. And that way no bike gets left behind at the trail. And of course, if you're starting to take out early and you go, oh no, I have to fix this before I can take my trail ride, we're not going to be left making our drive for nothing. We can go ahead, get it repaired, and get back to riding in no time. So do like to see that. And we can go ahead and quickly shorten that back down, get it locked in position, and start tightening it up. That way it is going to be nice and secure. Again, like I said, the Kuat NV base can be a great little pickup if you're not needing that repair stand. And one awesome thing about this as well, guys, it is only a 2-bike platform rack as you see it here today, but we can go ahead and add on that 2-bike extension as well, bringing it up to that 4-bike rack carrier, which can be excellent because, you know, maybe we don't have kids right now, we do later, or we got a couple friends we want to tag along, we can go ahead, throw that extension in, and bring everybody the trail in no time. Again, guys, the Kuat NV NV, going to be a great little pickup if you're looking for style, but still also an excellent way of carrying your bike. It's not all about the looks. It is going to do a very good job of getting your bike there. One thing I like about the 2 bike though, not going to be covering our tail lights, especially in this position. Now as you get bigger bikes up on here, those wheels might start becoming an issue, but as you saw in our carbon frame, I think we're having a good admittance past our lights here, so it's not going to be interacting with us too bad. And I really do like how our backup camera is above our platform here, so we still have full access even when we are folded up. Gonna make this great for when we want to park it. Well guys, I think that about does it for our look at the Kuat NV 2.0 here on our 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee. I'm Bobby, thank you for watching.